Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the open Gray Lake and let's try to get some wins here. So we're going to be using the Lickilicky paired with the Froslass and the Jumpfluff in the back. So far we have a kind of a neutral matchup. They are going to be throwing a Power Whip and we're just going to stay in for now. We're going to throw this Shadow Ball here on good timing. Goes, I don't know, 20% maybe. Damage, and we're gonna have to tank another Power Whip. We do survive it, trying to get to another Shadow Ball. Unfortunately, our Lickilicky is not that tanky, and we're gonna have to come back in here with the Jumpfluff. Anticipating all of the moves are resisted. Looks like that is the case. Power Whip does get thrown. We are gonna be able to resist that easily. We're gonna go for this Arrow Ace here with our Jumpfluff, chip away at the Fear Thorn. Ooh, unfortunately unable to snipe their energy right there. They are able to get another Power Whip off. And then we can see right here, they come back in with the Jellicent. We're going to fire off our Energy Ball. It does a huge amount of damage. Get the defense lowered. We're going to fire off an Arrow Ace here. This potentially could get a shield. No shield, but they are going to have to throw a move. We are going to shield here just to keep this Jumpfluff healthy. And unfortunately, we have a bad and a worst case scenario. The Talonflame lurking in the back is going to be really good against our backline. Maybe we can get another shield here. So we do grab 2 shields. And now it's going to come down to, are we going to be able to get to this Shadow Ball or a Avalanche before they get to their next move? Oh, unfortunately, unable to get to the other charge move. I don't think an Avalanche would take it out from that range. We needed to get to that Shadow Ball, so nice timing by my opponent. GG's to them. Yeah, tough backline. Talon is just really difficult to deal with in the back, especially with a little bit of energy advantage. All right, here we go. Lickilicky versus the Shadow Feraligatr. We are going to scan for now. We know that they are going to throw this Hydro Cannon. We can survive that. And then we're going to throw a move here. We're going to go for the Body Slam bait. We do grab a shield, which is great. We can shield here, or I like to let it go. We decided to shield, and then we're going to go for the Shadow Ball. This Shadow Ball here will either get the last shield or deal a lot of damage. And then we're going to catch a move. We think that this is going to be the Hydro Cannon immediately. So we do catch an inefficient move right there. We see the Mandibuzz coming, so they have Mandibuzz, Fear, Feraligatr. We know that this Mandibuzz is quite tanky, so we're just going to deal as much to damage as possible. 2 Arrow Aces doesn't even get it into the yellow, so that is the tankiness of that Mandibuzz. We are going to have to tank another Arrow Ace. We do survive it, but our opponent does switch out, and then we're just going to go for this Shadow Ball immediately. Take out the Feraligatr so we don't have to deal with it anymore. And then we're going to spam these Body Slams towards this Mandibuzz. One Body Slam does get through, so we do get the CAP tie right there. And then we're going to come in with our Jumpfluff here to chip away. We're going to go for this Arrow Ace. And then we're going to switch right back into our Froslass before our timer is over. And now we have the Froslass with a little bit of energy advantage versus the Quagsire. Do we get enough energy advantage to take this lead? We're going to have to let this one go. Ends up only being the Mud Bomb, and that is GG's because we're going to be able to reach another Avalanche here or the KO. So nice play by us, nice energy management, and getting that little bit of extra energy advantage with the process did come in clutch to apply the pressure towards that Quagsire. We had quite an interesting team. Double water with the Mandibuzz, right? Okay, here we go. We got the Lickilicky versus the Shadow Dragon. Now they switch out into the Quagsire, and we don't necessarily have a good counter to this, so we're just going to go for the Shadow Ball immediately. I'm going to wait for them to throw a move so that they could use a bunch of their energy. Stone Edge does finally get used. Then we're going to switch out into the Froslass. Since we did chip away at it, we should be in range of an Avalanche. Let's see. We're going to overfarm here because we know that we could potentially get to 2 Avalanches. One Avalanche does get fired up here. This is going to get the shield, or it's going to get the KO. They decide to shield. And then we're going to shield this Stone Edge as well. And now it comes down to, will we be able to... Okay, nice catch by my opponent. Ends up catching onto the Gastrodon, which is still fine because we are going to be able to try to catch a move of our own here. We can resist all of their big charge moves. The Body Slams is just minor damage. And so we should be good here. Fire off an Arrow Ace to get this Gastrodon into the low red. They fire up another Body Slam, only chips away at the Jumpfluff, and now we're going to see what they bring back in. They come back in with the Quagsire, so this is going to get them into low energy. We're going to build up to 2 Arrow Aces and fire off the first Arrow Ace. This is going to take out the Quagsire. We see the Dragonite still lurking in the back, so we go for this Aero Ace here. Then we're going to switch on immediately into the Froslass. This is going to get the last shield, but not only that, these ensuing Powder Snows are going to chip away and deal so much damage that they are going to GG's quit because we still had a good amount of Pokemon left. So Ice Play by us, wiggling around that Clockstar switching was probably the trickiest part. Alright, Clockstar lead this time, so we're going to stay in, and we're going to play this out. It looks like they are building up a ton of energy. We're going to fire off this Shadow Ball. The Shadow Ball only tickles at this Clockstar, as you may realize it by now. Pretty tanky. We're going to go for this Shadow Ball again to just continuous chip away. We don't necessarily want to stay in because we kind of are a ABB team. So we're going to see what they have in the back here. It ends up being the Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz here is going to be pretty decent against our Jumpfluff, as it's going to outbulk it. We are going to fight back with some Aero Aces though. So we tank the first Aero Ace, and then we're going to throw our own Aero Ace here. It looks like we're not going to be able to take this out. So we're just going to try our best to get as low as possible. However, their Mandibuzz is going to be able to take us out. They come straight back in with the Clockstar, so this is going to chip away. Let's see if we get a shield at any point. No shield, but they did throw a move, so that means they're relatively energy dry. This is going to be a great opportunity for the Froslass to farm down. Energy advantage on Froslass could be brutal, and we're going to see if it comes into play. So because with that energy advantage, we do get to this Aero or Avalanche before they get to their move, and now we see the Feraligatr in the back. That is bad. They are just chunking away with their Bass moves, and I don't know, this doesn't look like a winnable situation for us. So GG's to our opponent, unable to win that game right there. Yeah, the Clockstar paired with the Feraligatr in the back was just too tough. Very spammy with the Feraligatr. Alright, Leo in the Great League, interesting. So they are going to be able to throw a Flame Charge here to boost up their attack. We're going to make sure we throw good timing here. This Body Slam will get it into the red. And because that they are able to survive that, we're going to stay in, and we're going to force them to either shield or get this Litleo out of here. As you can imagine, the backline did not want to see that Litleo. So this was as good as it's going to get. We are going to have to tank it Aqua Tail here, and then our opponent is going to be able to throw another move. So good timing by them. We are going to be able to survive this, I believe, barely. So we were only going to be able to get off one move, and Shadow Ball does get used. They do shield. They switch out into the Pumpkaboo. Very interesting team so far. We're going to go back into our Lickilicky here, as we do have a Shadow Ball ready. They decide to shield that, and down goes both their shields. Here, we're going to have to allow the first one to go through. Ends up only being the foul play, so we are easily surviving that. And then here, we're going to go for this Aero Ace to chip away, because they are partly grass type. Here, we're going to have to shield because we want to overfarm, and then we're going to see if we can beat their backline with this Jumpfluff. Aero Ace here will take out the Pumpkaboo, and it looks like this Quillfish has to be dealt with here. Ooh, they are going to be able to throw right on timing. This Ice Beam does definitely take us out, and now it comes down to, will we be able to get to a Body Slam? We do get to the Body Slam. Is this enough though? We're not sure. Boom! And it is right at the last second able to reach that Body Slam to take out that Quillfish. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.